Hi everyone, I'm Minerva H. Briones. I will be sharing with you my thoughts and ideas about FMA 1. The topic assigned with me was on how to develop and strengthen research and study skills of the students. For many years, teaching profession is considered as one of the most important careers in the world. Indeed, in this field, teacher has the opportunity to help in molding the future leader and citizens of the country. In order to achieve this, teachers need to be effective and efficient in their work. The duties and responsibility of the teacher are beyond measure, but in spite of it, there are particular roles that they need to perform. One of their many obligations is to develop and strengthen the research and study skills of the students. Study skills help learners know their weakness and strength. Every teacher's dream is to produce students that can be successful in their life and be able to contribute in the welfare of the country. To be able to accomplish, these students need to develop and strengthen not only their research skills, but rather their study skill, even at this early stage. Based from the research conducted by Bagongon K. and Ryan E., they stated that the study habit should give focus because it has a great effect in the academic performance of the students. While according to the result of the survey of Edo and Aluto, lack of proper study habit is one of the root causes of dwindling educational standard. They encourage parent and school authority to work hand on hand to make sure that students have positive study habit. That's it is really important that students develop good study habit in order to perform better in the school. Some of the social study skills need to improve are map reading, outlining, summarizing, note taking, skimming and scanning, using references, knowing the parliamentary procedure, reporting, making and using of graphic organizers. Research is the systematic study to establish facts. According to Hilo or scientific research is important in the high school level because it enhances the critical thinking skills of the students. It allows students not only to memorize but analyze the facts. It pushes students to ask questions, frame hypotheses, experiment and delve in the world of scientific writing, and, and most especially, prepare students for college life. In the paper written by Thomas L., she explained the importance of research in the life of the high school students. According to her, students who participate in research have a better idea of their future careers and a stronger background on those fields. Using research as one of the activities in the classroom is both beneficial to the teachers and students. Teachers become realistic in their approach in teaching. Therefore, students become proactive in their studies. Teaching becomes easier nowadays in terms of the availability of the instructional materials and knowledge about the up-to-date method, strategies, and activities that can be used in the classroom. This can be found in the various books, researches, seminars, and forums that can enhance and widen the skill and knowledge of the teacher. In this particular paper, I focus in old and new method of teaching. Discussion means exchanging views and debate among group of students. This method is widely used by the teacher. It is applicable in all level of students, in elementary or even in college level. Social studies teacher use this kind of method because it develop and strengthen the research and the study skills of the students. Through this method, students are able to think critically, solve problems, and evaluate situation. Source method, on the other hand, is commonly used also in social studies because It encourages critical thinking and research work among the students. Source method is an activity-oriented. In the present K-12 curriculum, it encourages student and teacher to use primary sources in their teaching. This process is very timely and helpful to the student to become truly aware of the topic, and it also challenges students to do some research. Doing this will help students to be ready in the reality of life. Activities falls under discussion method are informal and formal debate, panel discussion, symposium, and lecture forum. While in the source method, the possible activities are informal and formal debate, case study, survey, and oral history. Like in other method, it has its own advantages and disadvantages. Discussion method advantages are create better understanding of the topics, issues, events, ideas, or concept. It develops study habits among students. It emphasizes independent study, develop critical thinking, activity-oriented, encourage research, and enhance leadership skills of the student. While the disadvantages are time-consuming. Not all teacher has the skill in doing this. It can lead to bigger argument if not properly processed. On the other hand, the disadvantage of source method advantages are advantages. It provides first-hand experiences or direct experiences. It develops research skill of the student. It creates positive ambience in the class and makes subject meaningful and timely. Disadvantages are difficulty in finding primary sources or data, time and financial constraint also, need monitoring, close monitoring of the student work. This paper anchored on an idea of principle of constructivism. This theory believed that students learn better if they have an actual or first-hand experiences and information about the lesson. Constructivist teaching fosters critical thinking, creates and motivates independent learner. Also in this approach is a theoretical construct process, educational approach, teaching strategies and opportunity for growth. This theory is beneficial to the learner because students learn in an enjoyable way, concentrate in thinking and understanding rather than rote memorization, create organized principles that can be applicable in the reality of life, give ownership of what they learn, stimulate and engage learning student, and promote social and communication skills among students. Constructivist theory is important in the educational system, most especially that curriculum nowadays are fast changing. This method is student-centered. Therefore, it allows learners to think critically, construct, and motivate students to study. As a result, students play a big role in the classroom decision. Upon searching in the web, I found that there are many sample lesson plans in the YouTube and other internet links. but I decided that the elementary lesson plan I will be using in this FMA is based from lesson guided from a local textbook. This lesson plan was created by Mr. Mark Espanola, who won in the Mapsesta Manila Public School Secondary Social Studies contest. He proclaimed as the 2012-2013 Outstanding High School Social Studies Teacher in Metro Manila. It is also right to choose this lesson plan because it's timely and applicable in the K-12 curriculum. This lesson focuses on grade 7 Philippine history. This lesson plan contain method, techniques, and activities that fitted in the developing and strengthening the research and study skills of the students. Attached here is the actual lesson plan of Mr. Marque Espanola, signed by the judges, Mrs. Cervantes, head of Ramon Magsaysay High School, Mrs. Isaac, head of Abada High School, and Mrs. Cervantes of Recto High School. The lesson plan format he used in this plan is based from DepEd order. All of the teachers here in Metro Manila follow this format. In the new curriculum, both grade 7 and 8 are using modular approach in teaching. The coverage of the topics was under third grading period, kapangyarihan, otoridad, at pamamahala, panahon at pagpapatuloy at pagbabago. Our lesson plan is divided into three parts. First part is about the content. Under this part are the topic, essential question, essential understanding, skill of student to be developed, and the instructional tools. What in the second part, the strategies, activities, analysis, process, question, enrichment, and application to the real life situation. And the last part is the assignment. It is modular based. Use of discussion and source method were very evident in this lesson plan. Discussion method was widely used from the start through the end of the lesson proper. I have the first-hand experience watching the demonstration of the class, and based from my observation, students participated actively during the discussion because lesson was well planned, and teacher gave the instruction clear on what to do. They were trained in different techniques and activities. One of the techniques were employed in the lesson was through the informal debate. Here, students were given different tasks. To be ready in formal debate, all of them were given time to conduct research about the topic, Digmaang Pilipino-Amerikano. But aside from that, he selected 10 students who were included in the formal debate. The rest of the students were also assigned to make research about the topic so that they can give insight. It is considered informal debate because the time allotted for the research and presentation was limited. They were also enlightened about the process. They need to know about the rules. Aside from the debate, teacher also used other techniques such as pagsasatao ng buhay ni Benito Ligarda Jr. He assigned one of the students to perform in pagsasatao, but he asked some student to help him in doing the research work. Source method was used in this paper in order for students to understand. This method, Mr. Mark Anthony Espanola retaught the class on how to use it because it was already taught at the start of the class on how to gather and identify information. He also gave tips on how and where to get facts or data. According to the teacher, there are 3 types of sources in this method: material, oral, written, or printed resources. the activity was properly guided and closely monitored. This is actually one of the tasks of the new curriculum to teach students in making research, knowing what is the primary and secondary sources, and to be critical and practical person. All of the evidences they gathered were used by the student assigned in informal, pagsasatao, and the discussion proper. The activity that was used in this lesson was suited in the discussion. The activity under the source method was the plake alaala ng nakaraan, pagsasatama. After they listened and watched the informal debate and pagsasatao, students were asked to examine the plaque about the Filipino-American War from St. Paul, Minnesota. Their task is to make necessary correction about the plaque backed up by the data they gathered during the group presentation and the discussion proper. They analyzed the content of the plaque and reported their correction to the class. The techniques and activity used in this lesson plan were guided by the assigned rubrics in the module. After doing the activity, I realized that to have meaningful and interesting lessons, teacher like me needs to prepare the lesson plan well and choose the appropriate method, techniques, and activities in teaching. I do believe that discussion and source method are connected to each other. To have a meaningful discussion, students need to apply knowledge in source method. These two methods are best tool in developing and strengthening the research and study skills of the student. Listed here are the links I use for this paper.